morning, everyone. I have been scrambling to get a whole bunch of things open on my laptop so that we can share all of the fun things that are coming up. I have gotten quite a few emails of late, so I wanted to share all of the things that are coming in, not just for this week or this month even, but I've got some little sneak peeks for the coming months. And then, of course, we've got classes and things here in store as well. So thank you so much for joining me. Welcome to Live at Leabu. Um, it has definitely been an interesting weather week, I guess. And I bless all of you who have trudged out in the cold and the snow to come into the store. So thanks for all of that. We do, of course, have everything online as well if that is easier for you. As a reminder, or maybe you don't get our emails, we do have all of our fabric bolts on sale through the end of the month. It is 20% off a minimum of a half yard cut, but 20% off of every bolt in the store. So it doesn't matter whether it's new, old, clearance, doesn't matter. It's all on sale. And we're doing that because unfortunately I do have to bump the price of that. So that's going to go up the 1st of February. So not great news, but I still, I'm only going to go a little bit. So it should still be lower than actually most other places around us. So thank you again for joining, and let's jump right in. I've got a lot to share. So let's see if I can click the right button and use the right mouse, because that's always the challenge here, right? We've got two mouses and two mice. I'm not sure what the right verbiage of that is. So to jump in, OESD releases new designs every month. This month, I thought they were super cute. And so I wanted to share that with you. So this is something that happens every month. They do have a program that you can basically buy everything, and you get everything at a discount, of course. So you would get everything in your OESD account each month. They call that their spree program. So all of these items would be available for spree. And then the nice thing with that, of course, is in the spree, you get all of them at the 1st of the month. Otherwise, they trickle them out throughout the month. So it's not all like released on day one, that kind of thing. So the first one is this adorable little tiling scene. So this tiling scene is called Sweet Easter Wishes. And it is going to be a little bit smaller than some of the others. It is only a total of 9 blocks. I just think this is absolutely darling. And it looks like there's going to be possibly some applique in there, not just all stitches. But even if it's all stitches, it's going to stitch up quite a bit faster than some of the other tiling scenes. So how cute is this little guy? And this is going to come out to a total of 21 by 16. So you can see the 9 tiles there, and then the finished piece on the side. How adorable is that? I am super excited. So again, the spree clubs, if you are part of that, you're going to jump right in and you're going to get all of that at the beginning of the month. If you are interested in that, reach out to me and we can get that taken care of. Be happy to help you out with that. That's not why I'm not pushing the spree club today. I just wanted to show you all of the cool, wonderful pieces that are coming, because I just really thought they were darling this month. So this is very cute. We don't have a lot of the smaller ones, so this is nice that we get such a cute one, and also not going to be heavily time in putting it all together. So the next one that is coming out in the month, well, this is February, so I apologize if I didn't say that. This is the baby animal appliques. I just think these are so stinking cute. So again, they're applique. They're not going to be all stitching. You're going to have some decorative stitching on top, but it is not going to be all stitching, which means they're not going to be super heavy, which means you can make a quilt with them, or you could put them on other little things, and it wouldn't be super heavy to weigh down whatever that happens to be. These are the others that you will see. So you got the lion, the hippo, a tiger, a little fox, a little zebra, and an adorable little giraffe. So the next is actually a fancy alphabet. So they've had a couple different alphabets come out of late. This is one of those things that if you have software, you could map it, but these are going to be different designs for each different letter. So there is a close-up of all of the different fonts. It's just got a little bit of curl to it, nothing super crazy. So I think it's going to be nice, and it should stitch out nice and clean. Our next thing is they have come out with some new stabilizer labels. So the labels themselves are the outside edges, and then you would fill in with whichever kind. So cutaways, everything in their system is color coded. So the packaging for those different stabilizers are these colors. If you get a wash away, it's blue. So the packaging and everything on it is blue, and so on and so forth. So they have coordinated these. I think it's adorable. They've got the little scissors on the cutaway, little waves on the wash away. Not really sure exactly what that's supposed to be in there, but I think it's super cute. And then specialty has a star. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what the tearaway little symbol is after the heart and the spool, but it's still cute. And I think this is really great. We definitely have people that think they're doing one stabilizer. You grab it and you think you know what it is. And then unfortunately, it's not what you thought it was. So that's a great little project to help keep everything organized and actually know what you're using. So if you are ever working on something and you can't tell, please call. It is the worst feeling in the world to finish a project and then know you have to redo it because you used the wrong stabilizer. Maybe you thought it was a wash away, or you thought it was a tear away and it was a cutaway, and it won't finish out the way you wanted it to do. So if you are ever wondering what the heck is this stabilizer, give me a call and I will you can maybe take some pictures or something, and I will try to discern what it is that you have. I definitely could probably tell you any of the stuff that we carry. I know a lot of you out there don't use the same brands that we have here, and that's certainly okay. We all have our things that we like, but if it's one of them that we have here, I could probably tell you what it is with a photograph. So, or even a description over the phone. Sometimes that works too. So, all right. I happen to love Winnie the Pooh. I just think it's an absolutely adorable design pack. They are minis, so they're not big. So these are supposed to be socks that you're seeing. So picture that on a cuff. Here are the other little designs. I love the one in the bottom left-hand corner that is Pooh and Piglet walking. I've seen that in other things. These are just absolutely darling. And again, they're mini, so they're not going to be large, and you can add these to many different things. The next one is an in the hoops, which means it will be completed in your embroidery hoop. It's a USB holder. So we always have a million USBs laying around. I have, I think 4 just sitting here. And of course, have no idea what's on any of them. Well, that's not 100% true. I know what's on one of them because I just put it there. But in our typical whatnot in our sewing room, I don't know about you, but I have probably 50 at least in random places. And I, again, don't know what's on any of them, which this isn't going to necessarily label, but you could actually tuck in a piece of paper in that pocket with that USB. It could be a Post-it note folded in half and tucked in there and saying, this is what's on this USB, which they do make actual USB tags. OESD does. And they have little pieces on there that you can write on them. And then you can change out what you're writing in the tag itself. So those are some other options, but the in the hoop USB holder, this one's really cute. We've seen some other ones. This is some different fabric. You can see how it goes together. The completed size when it is closed is only 4 3/4 by 3.5. It'll end up being about a 1/2 inch tall when you have, you know, the pieces and stuff inside of it. So not super big. You can finish that in your hoop and have a nice little way to transport and store your USBs. I don't know about you guys, but these I just think are absolutely darling. Farm animals in general have been really hot lately. So Flowery Farmyard, this particular is by Cavalry Smith, excuse me, and it has the cute little farm animals, but then they are filled with different flower scenes. So you saw the one on the apron, that was the lamb all the way to the right, and then the cute little chicken. these are stinking cute. I don't know that I personally have anywhere I can put them, but I literally, when I saw them, I was like, oh, where could I do that? That is so cute. I loved the lamb on the apron. I just thought that was absolutely darling. And, you see the chickens everywhere these days. So definitely have lots of fun to be had with that one, and come up with some cute places to put those. There is an animal quilting pack. So this would be like a bird cage. And the quilting is going to come in the multiple different hoop sizes that you can get and then stitch. So this is kind of like an edge to edge type of piece. And you pick which one. We've got the paws, we've got bones, we've got horseshoes. There's some yarn in there, which I think is an interesting add into this particular piece. Of course, I know that we get that from animals, but I still think that's an interesting add to there. But the chicken and then that bird cage that we just saw. So very cute. I know quilting in the hoop right now is, again, very hot topic. And they do tend to be coming out with quilting designs almost every month as well. This one is a Spree exclusive. So I can usually get these through the Designs on Demand once they've been released, but this is not something that you can just go to the OASD site and buy. This would be your bonus design if you're part of that Spree Club. I just thought this was adorable, and I wanted to, it was included in the slideshow, and I wanted to show you guys because it's just so stinking cute. Because I think that may describe me. I don't hoard, I collect. Right now, I have piles of things in my sewing room. Somebody asked me the other day, they were like, when are you going to do another sewing room video? I loved yours. It was so great to see, the reality of life at home and how you do things and what works for you. And I just laughed. I'm like, you can't see any flat surface in my sewing room right now. It's just, I've come home with different things I want to do and I set them in the room. And then unfortunately, I haven't gotten to make any of those. So it's a hot mess. So I may resemble this badge a little bit at the moment, but super cute. It's going to be a 3x3 little guy. Again, I could probably get this in general. I can get them through the Designs on Demand, but they are not on their website. So you would have to give me a buzz or be part of the Spree Club to get this particular piece. So to recap the month, we have the tiling scene, the baby appliques, the fancy alphabet, stabilizer labels, Winnie the Pooh minis, the USB holder, the animal quilting pack, the flowery farmyard, and then that bonus Spree badge, excuse me. I did not realize actually that the Spree Club had been around for 10 years. It is very similar. We used to do something like this with Anita Good Design when we used to sell that. And it's very similar. It's a little less expensive than the Anita Good Design used to be, but it's a really nice thing. Are you going to always want every design that's in there? No, of course not. Unfortunately, that's part of the gig, but you get everything at such a big discount, it doesn't matter. So again, if you're interested, let me know. I'm not here to just talk about that. I just wanted to let you know that that was an option. So those are all coming out here real soon. They do drop them through the throughout the month. So it's not going to be all at the same time. All right. Hopefully I'm going to click the right button here. So this one is coming out with Kimberbell. So Home Sewn, this is volume 1. There will be 4 volumes. They will come out quarterly. So these are going to be April, May, and June's blocks. And I say block, they're actually also tiling scenes, but they're small. They're actually a little smaller than the other one that we just looked at from OESD. I like that they have come out with something different. I think a lot of us have been a little saturated with bench pillows and wall quilts. We've run out of wall space and that kind of thing. So this is going to be, I'm guessing, approximately 12 by 12, maybe up to 14 by 14. They're going to be done in a 5x7 hoop. Oh, there it says right there, finished size 13 by 14. I guess I could read and maybe know that answer. So the design itself, you get all 3 months in the design pack, and it is $39.98. That's going to be released the middle of February. We are going to be doing fabric kits for these. The fabric kits will include all 3 tiling scenes. So even if you only want the camper, in theory, most of us are going to buy this to make all 12 and then swap them out and that kind of thing. But if you only want that one, we will be happy to share with you what fabrics that you need and help you curate those individual fabrics for that. But our kit will be all three. We had planned to have Ronnie put that up, but unfortunately he went home sick. So it's not on the website yet, but it will be very, very soon. And I apologize for that. But this is going to be stinking cute. The fabric kit will cover all 3 months that are included in each volume. So we will repeat that same thing for volume 2, 3, and 4 to finish out the year. And Michelle's going to be a few minutes late. All good. All right. So that is volume 1 and the first of the 4 tiled seeds. So they have also made this a super easy sew out. I don't know if you see, these are not super complicated blocks. They're not super stitch heavy. And they are going to piece together pretty simple. You only have a few points on each one that you need to line up. And I don't know if you have noticed, but there is a little sewing machine in each house, in each camper or wherever. And then there will be a little quilt from the embellishment kits, or you could certainly add something there if you would like. This is absolutely darling. And I am very excited that there's something a little new and different that has been released. So this is going to, again, be out the middle of next month. We'll have that up for pre-order here real soon. If I can get to it today, I will try to put it up myself. But Ronnie's been doing most of that for me, so I haven't been doing that. So I'm out of practice. But I have some other things I need to get on there, so maybe I can get that added as well. Super excited. So the design pack itself is only $40, which I also think is nice because I feel like prices had gotten a little crazy. So I think this is a nice price point. We get 3 different tile scenes and you can alternate them in your kitchen or even maybe your sewing room or something each month to change that out. Now, if you are like me, I'm like, okay, where's the embellishments? Because I don't want to have to deal with, finding all of those things and curating that myself. So guess what? There is an embellishment kit, and that is going to, that's great. It's not there. The pictures are there and then they disappear. Okay, I can find them. It's okay. So we're going to, gotta love computers. All right, we're going to go here and we're going to go, I think it was in images, and let's try 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, not that one, but this one's still really cute. So let's zoom in on that just so you can see those. This is a closer view of the little camper, which seems to be the most popular one so far. So the embellishment kit is going to have the rope, it's going to have your pins, and it will have a little quilt that you can make, just sew a flip and turn and then put that in there. I usually do a little bit of quilting on those. So this is just looks like a tic-tac-toe board quilting that they did on here. It just gives it a little bit more character. So those are going to be included in the embellishment kit. Here is a little miniature of spring showers for April. And you can see the cute little goose. Again, the rope and the clips will be in there. If there is any other pieces, it will absolutely be included. I'm just trying to zoom in so you guys can see. Look at the little fire. I don't know. That's a unwatched fire going on. We might need to put a little person on there. So we've got absolutely adorable top on this one. We've got bees and birds. We got a little birdhouse. And then the little pillow, I'm blanking on the name of it. I'm sorry. Oof. Where's my mouse? I'm on the wrong mouse. Hang on, guys. I forgot to put my comments board up. I apologize. So I'm going to, haha. Well, good morning to all of you. So many good mornings. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm sorry. I totally forgot. I was so excited about showing you guys all this stuff. I totally forgot. So Pam is asking, is there quilting on the home sewn? So if you look at this, there is a little bit of quilting like here, and it is included, is my understanding. So you do not have to buy a separate design pack for that. So I apologize. I did not see that come up. can I show on that? I don't know. We'll see how much time I have, Miss Pam. I have a long list of stuff that I'm planning to go through. So we'll see how much time I have available and whether we can pounce over to that site or not. But I'm not 100% sure I know exactly where that is either, but we could certainly take a peek if I have time. So let's finish where I'm at and then we'll go and check out those things. So these are just absolutely adorable. I am very excited. There is, all right, let's see what the other pictures are because evidently all of the ones I opened previously are unfortunately not there anymore. It just that image was gone. So there's an individual of all of those. I think I zoomed in enough, but again, there is a little bit of quilting here. There's not quilting here, but then there's little like tiles for your shingles kind of thing, which is going to help hold everything together so it's not billowing out or anything like that. So you won't have, problems when it comes to that kind of thing, but at the same time, it's not 100% quilted over top of the houses and things like that. So hopefully that answered that question. So this one is the third. So cute. I love the birds. You guys probably know I'm not a big fan of bees, but as far as bees goes, those are kind of cute, I guess, maybe. We opened that one. Let's check this one out. Wow, they're decorated with flowers. I don't think you guys need to see that. All right. Oh, zoom in. We're going to zoom in. So there's some quilting and those wonderful bees again. I know that there is other stuff here. Quilting. Look at that cute little pillow. So cute. I have no idea where I found that. Let's see. Maybe it was under the embellishment kit. Yeah, that might be it. What do you think? Let's check it out. All right, so we have an embellishment kit, lots of clips because there is a little quilt for each one. You have the rope and you have the little mini quilts that are there. The embellishment kit, you buy one and you're done for the whole 12. So all of the embellishments that you need to do all years. So volume 1, 2, 3, and 4, all your embellishments are in here. And it is definitely a good deal from that perspective. You do not need to go and you make all these other things. And then you have all the clips and enough rope to do each of those pieces. This is a little bit better picture. You can see all of the things open. So throughout the years, we're going to have different quilts. So we've got our Enchanted Winter, Love Notes. I'm going to guess that one's going to go in February. What do you guys think? We've got our, oh goodness, what was this one? It's been a second. Super cute, but I cannot remember the name. This is from that quilting piece with the trees, One Hoop Wonders. We've got a little pillow, spring showers. They are just so stinking cute. I have this one hanging on my wall at home. I have this one at home, but it's not hanging up at the moment. Just absolutely darling. I love this little ladder here as well. And then you do have options of flags coming up for our so sorry, excuse me. I'm going to assume July block. But anyway, that is the embellishment kit. And it's going to move us through all of that. So that worked out super well. I'm so glad I opened all of those. Look at all those. Yep, they're not all there. But there is, let's see if I have. All right, so there is, I'm sure somebody at home is thinking, okay, where am I going to put this? There is a stand that they have made. It is actually not crazy expensive. Comes not put together, but super easy to put in. So you've got a stand and then a bar. So what they're going to recommend that you do is do 2 small little hanging pieces in the back and then hook it on the bar and it will hang. I am 100% sure there are better pictures in here. So here is it assembled and you would put your top of your piece on there. See, there's got to be one with the quilt on it. Yep, this is how it would hang. So if you put that hanging sleeve at the back, Not a full sleeve, just 2, and then hook one side, slide it in and hook the other side, and then center, and you are there. So it'll be super easy to add those pieces in. And I think I haven't read all of the instructions or anything, but I think they do discuss that in the instructions, if using stand, do this kind of thing. So they definitely are one of the best instruction writers of anybody that I've worked with or anybody that I've stitched designs from. So I'm sure there's something in there somewhere about that, but I don't know exactly what. So that is, let's see if I can find this one. All right. So this is what they call the Kimberbell Quarterly that we get. And so here come the sneak peek stuff. We're going to talk a little bit about those. Good morning, Karen. So these have already been released. So we're past the 14th. These are available. I did not bring the designs into the store. So it does, I can order them for you if you really want, but you can get them right off their website and it's going to be the same price. And to be perfectly honest, a lot of times they put sales on that I can't match. So I did not bring in the design packs this time for these things. The classics are bringing back old designs and giving you the option to pick up some designs that were old. So the classic volume 5 is Garden Guild, and it's mostly the designs from the garden event. That's the word I'm looking for. We made a pot holder and some cute other things. It was very cute. And anyway, the designs are all in there and you can pull those. The next one is the Well Wishes. So they came out with these cute little drawstring bags, which look at that. There's a cinch sack. It's one available in Storm Blue and one in that kind of gray color. Does have a little bit of a creamy back to it as well. But then they came out with these Well Wishes that you could put on the little bags for gift giving. Very cute, very nice collection. Again, I can get that for you, but I do not have it in store. I would have to get it, or you can order that right off the site. If you don't mind going through my website to get there, I will get a little kick from that purchase and it would definitely be appreciated. And so you can go right down to our, go to the homepage. You can go to LeabuSewingCenter.com, scroll down just a little bit, and there'll be a link to go to Kimberbell, and that should take care of that for you. And I would certainly appreciate it if you do that. So there are the cinch sacks. There is the wonderful mistletoe mystery quilt. So the January block was released. I finally got that video done. I will get that uploaded when we log off here today because it's on this computer that I'm sitting on. So I'll get that uploaded for all of you ladies who are participating. If you want to join, I don't have any fabric kits. I should be able to still get an embellishment kit. I don't have one here, but I should be able to get one. And of course, the designs are available. They are Christmas fabrics. They are Christmas colors. There is some pink. I know you're shocked to hear that. There is some pink in there as well, but you definitely could curate those from your stuff at home, or we could help you get some of those here. But I don't have any completed kits with the exact fabrics left. So those, we sold all of those. We just talked about the home sewn. It's coming out. My shipment is going to ship on the 11th. It usually takes a solid week to get here. Which is about when they ship to the masses, but then I'll have that in store. I will be getting those designs and I will be getting the embellishment kit as well. I don't think I mentioned the price of the embellishment kit, and I think it is listed here. Yes. The embellishment kit is $19.98. And again, that is going to take care of your entire years of stuff. So you get all of the things that you need. You'll get all of the quilt panels, the twine, and the clothespins for each piece. There's not crazy felts. There's not a whole bunch of other things. Am I going to do a video with the home sewn quilt? You know what? I think I might. So what I will do is I will probably stitch 5 of the panels, and then we can stitch the 6th one live and then talk about how to put it together and finish it all out and things like that. So that is a great idea. I will add that in. I'm not sure exactly, but we'll do that soon before it actually. So I do have sample files, so I should be able to do that. So yes, and I will make that one of these lives and we can get that all together. Good morning, Miss Dagmar. Nice to see your name. All right, we were here. Yep. Boom. All right. So embellishment kit. They have come out with some new colors of their velveteen and felt. There is, and again, these are coming out mid-February. We have micro velvet in moss green and azalea pink. And then we have felt in ice blue and pink parasol. So again, those are coming in mid-February. You are most welcome, Miss Pam. Here's that beautiful stand that we just talked about. Again, this is for home sewn. You could use this for anything, guys. All you have to do is put a little tabs on the back of anything for a hanging sleeve, and you could put anything on this stand. It's also not very expensive. I think it's around 20 bucks or something like that. I don't remember, and I'm sorry. There is a little needle minder that matches. So you have a little house with a sewing machine in the window. That is a needle minder. I like to wear these even just as little, like a pin without being a pin. Oddly enough, I have dropped two things. I've lost a couple magnets of things behind that I've been wearing. So I must have come too close to other metal and it just kind of jumped off or something. Yes, micro velvet is a wonderful thing to sew with. It gives you some texture without being crazy hard to sew on. And then there is a 1-day event called Just Add Butter. I have decided to not host 1-day events. I will host 2-day events when they are released. The 1-day event, unfortunately for me, the amount of dollars that go in and the time, there's just, unless I charged you like $160, it wouldn't be worth it for me to do it. And unfortunately, there's like 3 projects. So I don't think any of you want to do all of that. So I invite you to buy the extra pieces, which we do have. They came out with another drawstring little tote that they're using as a bread bag and an apron. So I do have the physical parts. If you wanted more things, be more than happy to get them for you. But I decided to not do 1-day events. Between staffing things and just making sense. I want to make sure it's value driven for you guys. And unfortunately, I can't do that with the prices. I have to pay for things and the time and the staff and all of that. Unfortunately, I've just decided the 1-day events are going to be very difficult for me. If things change in the future, I will certainly consider adding them back. But I will be continuing the 2-day events, just not the 1-day. So if you have been waiting for that, please go ahead and grab somebody else's. And I apologize for that. I wish I could do everything, but there are so many hours in the day and they're taken up almost completely. So unfortunately, that's not going to be. There is another 1-day event coming. I believe this is going to be a little farther out. Hosting begins in May for this one here. So that is called Patriotic Parade. We did a 4th of July type thing a long time ago. It was pretty cute. So I'm sure this one will be cute as well. Sorry, my throat is like crazy dry. I apologize. All right. So again, February block of Digital Dealer. It is a mystery. I can't tell you what it is. I do have the files. I am hoping to get that video stitched so it will be up the first of the month instead of the end of the month like January's. If you were looking, I do have a playlist on our YouTube channel for the DDE 2026 and the bonus block and how to prep your fabric and everything. Videos are there. I will get the January one hopefully in there today. So there will be a February video as well. Other things that do not include files, and these are going to be, you can see a little sign here, available for digital download at kimberbell.com. That means I am not able to sell those, but you could go find those. There's not a lot of information here because this is like a dealer cheat sheet kind of thing that I'm sharing with you guys. And this is some stuff that's coming. Again, there's a hot dog applique. There's a very cute, I actually did see a picture of this somewhere. It is very cute. It is it's a little soft book that you're going to make, and it is absolutely darling. And then a fruit easy applique as well. I'm guessing that's what Pam was talking about, but I haven't actually looked. I have ordered all of the fabrics for this guy here. This is coming out in March. I thought we had this on our site. It might be in there, but drafted. So I'm going to check that out as well, because I was going to just show you this on our website and it wasn't there. So I thought this got added a while ago, and I'm guessing maybe it just has a draft status on there. There is a canvas print on this one I absolutely love. And in the class commenting things that we're going to talk about here in just a few minutes, there's a class that she's going to use that canvas. It's super cute. So anyway, this is a wall quilt. It is a spring wall quilt. You've got baskets of different things here, not specific to Easter, just baskets. And then really cute. Let's see if I can, it's not going to let me. I can't zoom in anymore with my fingers. But anyway, this is going to be one of our standard size wall quilts coming up, and it is going to be released in March there. So that is my auto ship date. That means that's the day they ship things to me. And again, it takes, for whatever reason, about a week for that to get to me. And then the release date is a week later. So the release date is approximately when I have everything in my hot little hands. So it ships out and then they release it to the masses. And that is how all of those timing work. Of course, there's an embellishment kit for that cute Sippin' on Sunshine quilt. And then there's I actually kind of like this one, a needle minder. They definitely have found a little niche in there for that guy too. That is what you were inquiring about. Okay. Because it's a specifically kimberbell.com thing, I haven't really looked into those, but I'm happy if I can, time frame wise, I'm happy to go check that out. So of course there's a March digital dealer block. Can't talk about what that is because it's a mystery. So all right, Sippin' on Sunshine digital download. Again, these are things that are available at Kimberbell, not from me, unfortunately. But if you go through my link and when you buy things, I do get a little kick from those. So I always appreciate it if you do that. That is Q1. And now we're going to super sneak peek here and jump over here. So this is April in shop releases. Is this not beautiful? This is a leather. It is a wood grain leather. This is coming out end of April. There is an 8x8 pillow design. Again, end of April. Very, very pretty. I'm definitely liking that. We've got some new felt colors coming. We've got sea glass and cranberry. So they've kind of changed that around. We used to have red and we used to have other colors, and they've been discontinuing and then bringing things in. So they've just been altering that a little bit. And then a table round with scalloped edges piece that's coming out again in April. There is an April block. I have no idea. I haven't seen anything on that one yet. Canvas cinch backpack blank. So that's going to come out in May. Home Sewn Volume 2. So we've got a little beach. We've got that flag that we talked about with the house. And then can't quite make, that's got pumpkins and a little farming thing here. And I think that's I don't know if a schoolhouse, something in the back there. I'm not 100% sure. Some new brown ribbed fabric. Interesting, but yellow felt, very nice. A new leather with, oh, that's really sharp. So these are coming out in May. Again, I mentioned that this would be hosting in May. And then a 2-day event. I will be doing this 2-day event, but this is not going to be hosting until August. So it will be a while. August is usually a crazy month here because of conventions. So you can start hosting, but you can, of course, continue to host after. We probably will not have it in August because I'm going to be gone half the month. So it will probably be in September, but I will be doing the stitching hour that's coming. There's the May block. We've got a new bench pillow coming. This one I actually really like. It's a street design again, but it's your fall street. I love the pickup truck in the center. We've got trees with apples and beautiful stuff there. There is an embellishment kit for that. And we're still working on that one. That's an interesting placement there. June block digital can start. I'll get my kit for that. And that is the end of that sneak peek. So that is what I had for you from there. All right, we're going to just get rid of, let's switch mice here. That helps. Helps if you're working in the right spot. All right, we're going to go to this guy here. Hello, there we are. All right. So we do have some classes coming up. Again, I had a whole list of things to get put on the website, and unfortunately, things did not quite go as planned here of late. So I apologize for that. In February, on February 10th, I will be doing an embroidery class. We're going to be doing collage quilting in the hoop. What does that mean? That means Laura Heine type stitching. So you're going to have a multitude of fabrics that we'll be filling in different spaces with. And then once we have all of them in place, you fuse them, and then we'll stitch on top of that to hold everything in place. So we'll be doing that. It will be an 8x8 minimum block. Unfortunately, I can try to squeeze that down a little bit more, but it's going to be really tight in some of those places to make that smaller. But I will try to get that a smaller file option. But if I pull that all the way down to a 5x7, I could probably do a 6x6, but again, it will be tight. So we will definitely talk about lots of fun things in that class. The next class that I'm going to be doing is a sewing version of that class. So we're going to be using the same files, the same fabrics, but it'll be sewing instead of embroidery. And it will be sewing collage on February 12th. Both of those will be 5 p.m. classes. They will be option of digital or virtual. That's the same thing, isn't it? Virtual or in store. Of course, I love having everybody in here. We had a really nice group for our scan and cut class. It was great having so many people here. So thank you guys for coming to that. February 12th in the morning, we do actually have a software class. It's going to be for PE design and palette, either versions 10 or 11. So you do need to be in 10 or 11 to have that class be a functional class for you. If you are not in 10 or 11, but you are a PE or palette owner, actually, I can't get palette. If you are a PE owner and you have version 9, maybe version 8, you're probably going to want to upgrade to version 10, because if you need a new computer, your software will not work on the new Windows versions. It's not compatible. So I do recommend that anybody, if you want to continue using your software, you upgrade to 10. I can't, they're out of the palette upgrades for that. So unfortunately, I can't help you if you have palette and you're not already at 10. But if you are in PE design, I do have actually 1 or 2 even in store, and those are still orderable at the moment, but I don't know how long that will be. And I highly recommend that you move into 10 if you have not already. So I'm just throwing that out there. The class itself is Intro to Lettering, and it will be at 11 a.m., I believe, till about 1. Tucker's teaching that. She does a really great job. She loves that software, and that's what she personally uses. So she's going to come in and take care of that. It will be, again, in store. There are a total of 14 slots. It will not be a virtual option. So please make sure if you want to partake in that, you get in there, because those spots tend to fill up pretty quickly. So those are the next classes that I have, and then the software class that's coming in. But we also have some bag classes that are going to be happening over the next few months. So the end of February, beginning of March, Miss Jan, hello, I saw that you were logged in. We're looking at dates for the end of February to do Take a Stand, end of March to do Running with Scissors, and then a third class end of April. That one we may have to tweak with fabrics and things, because we need those fabrics to be here, but the end of April for that. So we have lots of fun things that are coming up from a class perspective. And in store, we have been picking up a little bit of different things. So if you have seen our Facebook posts, and I think she's doing Instagram and stuff like that too. Caitlin, my daughter, has been doing TikTok posts, or whatever the heck that's called now. But she's been doing that when she's in, and they're super cute. She walked around the store and she's talked about different things in here. So you can check her out. Is Caitlin Fellhauer. I don't know if she's got like a weird name or anything for her handle, but Caitlin Fellhauer, Kaitlyn, and she is she's been posting some videos when she's here, which is super cute. She likes to post videos at home of her putting makeup on her and things like that, and but the videos from here are super cute too. So what am I talking about? We have flannel in store. It is absolutely beautiful. It feels really great. We do have some character prints with penguins and, you know, for baby type things, penguins, some other stuff. We have giraffes. We've got cows jumping over moons, different things like that. And then we have basic things that are Kimberbell basics. So tonals and things like that. They are Maywood flannel is absolutely wonderful. It feels great. And I definitely recommend it if you're looking for flannel. It is also on sale. It's part of that. So literally every bolt that we have in store is currently on sale to the end of January. So only a few days left. But get in on that sale if you would like to give that a try. So flannel, and I do have more flannel coming, some other tonals. I don't remember that I got any more prints, but I do have some more colors coming. And the flannel that we've run out of, I have reordered. Some of it is in stock. Some of it we're waiting to be cut and put on the bolt. But it's great stuff. So I highly recommend checking it out. And I have done the field test on all of that. I have pet it for you so I can vouch. It is great stuff. So we have, I don't remember how many, 20-ish, something like that, bolts of different flannels available. So check it out. It is wonderful, wonderful stuff. I did get in a new wide back that it's very odd. I've been ordering wide backs and I haven't really seen much come in, and I've been very picky about those. They kind of have to be fun and look great, but be generic all at the same time, which can be a little bit hard to find. But the batik that came in is absolutely beautiful. So I do have that in a 108, and we have some different things that are just tools and things like that that are around the store. So it's a lot of fun. We've been picking up some random things. We definitely have added like buttons, for instance. We've got a decent collection. I've got some more of those coming. We've got the zippers. We've got 14s and 22-inch zippers in stock in the array. I always say rainbow of fruit flavors, right? Array of colors, and some really great things there. The other sale that we have in store that a lot of you may not know about is all of our in-stock punch needle kits are 25% off. I'm looking to clear those out so that I can bring in some new ones. Right now, I don't have any room to put anything else on the shelf. So 25% off all of those. They are everything that you need to make that happen. The tool, everything is in there. Speaking of punch needle, I do have the patterns and all of the yarn necessary to make kits for a punch needle class coming that I wanted to do the end of last year. And then you guys know the end of last year kind of went a little crazy. So I've got all of the pieces now. All of the yarns are in. I just need to get that class on the schedule. So it will hopefully be coming up in the next couple of months because I do have all of those things. Those, I'm going to have to find the tools because those don't come with tools. So we'll have to have like a tool option because I know some of you have like a Kimberbell tool already, or maybe 6 of them or whatever. So that's definitely an upcoming piece. So re-hitting real quick again, February 10th and February 12th. 10th is embroidery, 12th is sewing. We're going to be doing collage, quilting. That's going to be in the hoop, of course, for the embroidery class. And then we'll be doing fusing and then stitching on top of that for the sewing class. That is going to be 5 p.m. Again, the 10th or the 12th of February. In the morning of the 12th, we have the intro to lettering class, and then we have bag classes that will be coming up. So me and Jan will have to talk here real soon and firm up all of that, make sure we have all of the materials and everything that you need. So we'll get those actually register ready as soon as Jan and I actually have that conversation. We can't do that until we talk. So that will be coming. All right. So there's a question about Kimberbell. So let's see if I can find Kimberbell. Am I logged in? I am logged in. Yay, that's great. Okay. So you want to know about applique and fill designs. Well, I'm not sure exactly where those are. Let's see. So I am going to switch screens here real quick. Let's pop over here. And I am on the Kimberbell website. I went to machine embroidery and I went to applique and fill designs. So there are definitely a lot of options here. Not sure the exact one that you were looking for. And of course, the ones that I just showed aren't here yet. So what was that called? There was a name for that, wasn't there? It was let's see. Easy applique. So is that's not their no, that wouldn't be their kit because that wouldn't be $5. Easy applique. So I just put in the search bar, I put easy applique and those are popping up. Let's just grab a penguin because I love penguins. I am definitely not on the same site as you guys would be, so I have no idea what the charge would be, but all I did was click on the search bar and type in easy applique and all of those popped up. So I'm assuming that is the digital downloads that you were talking about, the simple, straightforward. It does get other appliques because anything with the word applique is going to pop up. First tab, create. First tab. I don't have a create. Like I said, my website's mildly different than yours, but Miss Debbie is saying the first tab is under create. You can find those. I do not seem to have a create tab though. There's easy applique though right there. So I am 100% sure I don't get those for free. But that does appear to come in. So yes, first tab. And then it is right there. So hopefully that will help you, Miss Pam, and keep you stitching because that's the fun part. So there is definitely a ton of new stuff coming. The new stuff that we have gotten, like I said, some new fabrics in. The flannels, we've gotten some new cottons, we've gotten some wide backs. We are pulling those in, and it's definitely expanding on some of those things. We're not changing our focus off of the machines, but I do want to make sure that you guys have fun things to play with once you buy the machine, because that's just as important as the original purchases. You have to have something to do to use it with, right? So as always, I am here if you guys have anything else that you need, if you have any other questions or whatnot. Okay, so there is, she's saying the easy applique is only $5 for the first couple of days after it's released, and then the price goes up a little. So like I said, I'm sure that mine aren't free, but I'm on a retailer site, so everything looks a little bit different on my end. So I apologize I don't have the exact thing, but thank you. I appreciate you mentioning the needed info there, and I think Pam hopefully can find what she was looking for. And it's great to know that it's only the $5 for the beginning. So all of that said, let's go ahead and let y'all get started on your Wednesday morning. I certainly appreciate you spending the hour with me. You guys are so very welcome. I hope this is what you guys needed and keeps you up to date. As we pull things in, it is all going on the website. We might be a little slower than we used to be because we've got learning going on and all of that good stuff, but it is all there. If it is in store, it's on the site. We are working on getting the pre-orders and things up there as well. So please check it out. LeabuSewingCenter.com. So much stuff is there and available. And of course, we do ship as well. So make sure you are looking for all of those wonderful things. Looks like somebody else wrote something else. Oh, you guys are so welcome. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for hanging with me, and we will see you next time. And one of these next times, we'll do that home sewn so that you guys can see that. Thanks so much. You guys have a great one. Bye.